guys, and welcome to episode 25. Yes, the big 25 of hashtag Total Markout, one of the best wrestling shows on YouTube and Blip TV. Of course, not including, Crave's Got Nothing For You, or Rowdy Roddy Piper's podcast. We're still pretty good, I promise you. Anyway, I am the producer and apparently the brains behind hashtag Total Markout, according to some of our viewers, Steve Jones, C13. And alongside me today, of course, is...
Whoa!
What?
No.
Oh, you're introducing yourself this week, are you?
Yes.
Fine. The mic is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody out there. I hail from Earth 616. Yes, Marvel Universe. I weigh in at, I'd rather not say right now, but it's a substantial weight. I lost 2 pounds actually. I am the Geek King! Shh. Wait for it. King. Continue.
Okay, thank you. Now, Djismie, Erik Van Djismie, the Van Djismie Erik, the Djismie Erik Van, he isn't here with us this week because he's actually in Spain helping ahead of the hashtag Total Markout World Tour, promoting it for us.
Oh, we're going to talk! Oh, we're going to get in there!
Dan, what? Of course we're not going to go to World Tour.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But I had to get rid of Djismie somehow.
Why'd you have to lie to me?
I sent you an email.
You know I don't read email.
And it's your fault. Read your emails and you'll know.
Send me a tweet, a DM, a Facebook message, a Tumblr blog.
Yeah, I thought out of all the tweets that Djismie sent you this week, you'd want a break from getting tweets from Total Markout people.
Oh, the fucking irritating bastard.
But anyway, he's in Spain thinking he's promoting the hashtag Total Markout World Tour.
You should have beef at dying.
Yeah. I just had a thought, he might be a little bit pissed off when he gets back when he finds out there isn't actually a World Tour going on.
Oh well, let's move on.
Yeah! So anyway, this will obviously be a shorter episode, not because we're going to cut anything out, rather we just get into a massive fucking row over everything. Yes, I know you guys love Djismie, we have a tolerance for him, but we're going to...
Love you, bro!
We're going to keep on rolling. We're going to start, as we always do, with a recap of all the major storylines. Now, this week, obviously, it's going to be including the Night of Champions pay-per-view and, of course, Monday Night Raw. Later on, we'll also have Geek Kings You Gotta Watch. And we'll also have Djismie Stats, but it'll be slightly different. And I'll be announcing what the next hashtag Top 10 is going to be all about. So let's keep on moving as we roll into the first segment of the show. Dan, what are we called?
WWE Recap!
Yes, it's the WWE Recap, and as you all know, ladies and gentlemen, Night of Champions.
We would hope you do if you're listening to this.
Yes, Night of Champions was last Sunday.
It was.
And so we're going to be covering the Night of Champions and the Raw following immediately afterwards. And it was, what were your overall thoughts of Night of Champions?
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, I quite liked it as well, I have to admit. I thought it was a good pay-per-view. It wasn't a 5-star, but when a pay-per-view
kicked off with a good little match to fatal four-way.
Yes, we had the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, in order, you had the Intercontinental Championship. I'll say it's in order. It probably isn't.
It's not.
Obviously, before the pay-per-view, we had a big battle royale to determine who's going to fight for the United States Championship. And if you don't know who won that, you do now. It is, of course, the Woo 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 Kid.
You know it.
Yes.
Zack Ryder.
There you go, yeah. But, so basically, Zack Ryder won a fantastic battle royale match by eliminating Tensai.
I didn't care who won that at that point. Points.
Yes. So the match opener was the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way. Miz versus Rey Mysterio versus Sin Cara versus Cody Rhodes.
Couldn't care.
Basically, The Miz won this match. Quite an interesting ending to it. Sin Cara attack Cody Rhodes and put the mask on Cody Rhodes, like the Sin Cara mask on Cody Rhodes.
Megan.
No, sorry, he tried to put it on Cody Rhodes. He ended up putting it on the Miz, and the Miz obviously couldn't see through the mask because masks he can't see through apparently.
Well, no, it was covering his eyes.
Yeah.
The way he had folded.
Yeah, and he ended up hitting the skull crushing, a fantastic skull crushing finale on Cody Rhodes. Fucking awesome. I love that one. I tweeted that looked awesome. Man.
An interesting point from my view.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that Cody Rhodes looks as if he's going to go face.
Really? You really think he's going to go face?
He's getting pops everywhere he goes. They're putting him against the Miz.
Yeah, but Dolph gets pops.
Yeah, and they want to turn Dolph face, but they don't know how to do it because he's a natural heel.
Easy. You have a heel win the World Championship and Dolph cashes in on him.
Yeah, easy way to turn him. It's an easy way to turn him face, but at the same point, he's a natural heel.
You want to make him a mega face? Have John Cena win the world title and cash it on him. Just ain't the fucking face.
Essentially, you want to make him a tweener.
I think it's about time Randy Orton turned heel.
He fucking wants to.
Yeah, because I worry about the overuse of tweeners.
He's not a tweener.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying, but
he's an anti-hero.
Yeah, but see, even with Randy Orton, the thing is, when you get a lot of tweeners, there tends to be you have to be very careful how many. Austin was probably the first major tweener I remember because he acted like a heel, but he was over with the crowd making him face.
It was the 90s.
So yeah.
The 90s was a weird time where everywhere. I mean, you had Paul Heyman puts it best. In the beginning of the 90s, grunge came alive.
Yeah.
And you had Nirvana and whatever other shitty bands came out of grunge.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No.
But that set a whole mood of the underdog loser type of. If you were trodden on you, yeah, I can support
like
that.
a rebellious.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden Austin comes out, and Austin's just saying what he wants to say, doing what he wants to do. And the fans are cheering him because he's not this clean-cut guy.
Yeah.
And the clean-cut guys that didn't work. Look at Bret Hart. Arguably Bret Hart's best years in the WWE were when he turned heel in the US and he was still a face in Canada and around the world.
Yeah. I mean,
and look at Shawn during his title reign when he first won it. He was booed out the building when he was a baby face. When he was a clean-cut baby face, he was booed out the building.
Yeah. Well, The Miz also retains title, so we go over to Raw, and we find out The Miz has got a new show called The Miz Show?
Miz TV.
Miz TV, that's right.
Which is weird, because this was apparently the first ever time it'd been on, and I remember watching it on SmackDown.
Dude, you also got one of those time traveling thingies. That's probably what it is.
I must have one of those. I have one of those things that WWE seems to forget people have.
Remember?
Yeah.
Well, basically, his guest was the SmackDown.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Yeah, Stevie Ray.
Was it not Big T?
Yeah, it was Booker T.
Was it Harley 2000?
No, fair enough.
Oh man.
Booker T. He comes out and basically business the whole. We'll let you speak. No, you can't speak. Eventually, Booker T takes.
I think it was clever, but the thing was, the fans and JBL both said what I was thinking.
Bored.
Thank God he did do that because that was getting boring.
Yeah, JBL was pushing Biz, and even he was going, thank God. And Booker T basically says some bullshit. He says, basically, you should be worrying about this guy. Feed me more.
Feed me
no,
more.
It's not Ryback. I'm just hungry.
Feed me more.
Ryback comes out and basically trashes.
I love Ryback.
Ryback trashes the Biz TV set, sending a live microphone into the crowd, at which point a very opportunistic fan gets a mic and starts chanting Goldberg. To that fan...
I would have punched the fucker.
Yeah. And to that fan, by the way, fuck you. You had a live mic. Bitch about Linda McMahon. Call bullshit. Don't fucking go, get big. Get big. Get big.
You just said we sent Jisby to fucking Florida.
What?
You said we went to Spain, right?
Yeah.
Are you telling me he's gone to Florida and now he got a flight up to Connecticut?
Well, I'm not paying for it.
I bet you it was like a nice little fucker on TV.
You reckon it was Djismie?
Of course it was.
No, because he would have been going, skip, or some shit like that.
It would have done somebody to get his attention.
Yeah. He probably started the Nexus chance of Cox. But anyway.
We'll get to that.
But yeah, moving on. Zack Ryder and Antonio Cesaro. We're just going to...
Whoa.
You know it. Basically, a valiant effort by Zack Ryder.
It was a very good match. I wouldn't mind seeing these two go out again.
Yeah. Basically, Antonio...
And Zack is looking zacked.
Yes.
That's what he calls it.
Yeah.
He's not looking stacked, it's zacked.
Yeah. But damn good match. Zack Ryder would then go on to have a match on Raw, I believe, against, was it Damien Sandow? Basically told him, shut up. And because
it was during, right. It was after it was after a comedy skit. Wow, dude, you're getting good at this.
Yeah.
A few weeks in a row now.
Yeah.
You're making a couple of good comedy moments backstage.
Damien Sandow's kind of rubbed me the wrong way because on that promo...
If I can beg your indulgence for a moment?
No, not that.
Not that this time.
No, something worse than that.
No, he would do.
He says, we're talking about the commentary, he said, I've got a few more vocabulary words for you to use. Mate, saying vocabulary words is kind of like saying ATM machine. The difference being that with the ATM machine, you can understand it's an honest mistake.
I say ATM machine.
Yeah, because not a lot of people know what M means.
So, well, I know what it means.
But after you say it so much,
actually,
it's so
I've seen the hole in the wall.
But it's so ingrained into your memory, you just say it. Vocabulary words, you might be saying words.
See,
I've got some words for you.
To be fair, I didn't pick up...
Words. Yes?
To be fair, I didn't pick up on that on Damien.
Yeah.
Because Damien baffles me with a lot of shit he says.
Yeah.
Honest to God, when he comes out and talks, half the words just go over my head. Which is the idea of the character. So guess what, Damien? You're doing a good job. I think you're a hell of a talent on the mic, and you've worked 10 years in developmental to hone your skills in the ring, and you've done a wonderful job. I
like Damien Sandow, but it's kind of pissing me off.
But which kind of the idea, but it's just pissing you off in the wrong way.
No, he's pissing off.
He's pissing you off because you're intelligent and know that he's wrong. He's pissing me off because I'm dumb and don't know what he's saying. I only picked it up on vocabulary words when Zack tried to say it.
Yes.
And I think tried.
Yes.
Vocabulary said words. Zack, which one does it do?
Yes. Zacky boy. The YouTube fans are calling. From Live TV all the way down to Dewey.com. But anyway. Your title's gone, and all the fans are cheering. Tis you. Let's get the US title and move on.
Anyway, Antonio Cesaro, head of the talent in the ring.
Yeah.
I love the way JBL put him over.
Yes.
Mentioning Frank Gotch.
Yes.
Mentioning Catch Can.
Maybe we should.
Mentioning professional wrestling. Oh, wait a minute, JBL. You should know better.
Speaking of which, in case you guys are going, well, what are you talking about JBL? Yeah, Night of Champions and for Raw, JBL was announced as the special announcer to join Michael Cole.
To replace Jerry the King Lawler, who thankfully, as we can report here and has been reported all around, is back at Memphis, back at home, and looks to be in really good shape.
Cool thing is, Vince McMahon picked him up personally in his private jet.
I noticed that as well.
Yeah, there's Vince.
But somehow the doctor who revived him in Canada, Montreal, had to go down to Memphis to meet him.
Well, I imagine... but I imagine that the doctor was busy or something.
It might have just been a case of the doctor was on the plane and they just wanted a shot there.
Yeah, probably.
And that was a goodbye thing.
Yeah, or maybe he had just arrived ahead of time. Maybe said, no, I'm good. I'll go there. Or maybe he was with family in Memphis.
Anyway, we digress.
But yes, Antonio Cesaro didn't do much on Raw.
Did fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it was on Raw.
Probably not. But, great effort.
But we'll see him on SmackDown, no doubt. And I believe he's returning to NXT soon.
Yeah.
He tweeted the other night he'll be in full sale.
Yeah. So,
yes, baby, yes!
The WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. R-Truth and Kofi Kingston versus King and Daniel Bryan.
Hey, Kofi, you know what happens when you use the boom and you're not the king? You get chokeslammed.
So basically...
especially if you use it 3 times, Mr. Barrett will be having a word with you.
Yes. Basically what happened here was by the end of the match, Daniel Bryan and Kane were battling it out. They did hug. During the match, they hugged it out.
They did. Yeah. To JBL's utter disgust.
Yeah.
You do not hug in a match for the tag team championships. Never seen me and Ron Simmons hug. Yeah. Well, actually, JBL, we did. Not in a match!
But basically what happened was, Kane and Daniel were to sort of like attack each other. Daniel Bryan was on the tag position. King went to attack him, so Daniel Bryan used the rough
He pie-faced him.
Yeah, hit an elbow in the face.
Airwolf forearm.
For it, which basically sent Kane forward.
Like dazed him, then he pushed him forward.
Shoved him off the rope, yeah. So basically, Kane ended up, landing on
Kofi's head.
Kofi's head. And basically got the pin.
Entire 300-pound body landed on the upper part of Kofi's head and shoulders.
I know what that feels like. I've wrestled with a friend of mine who's about that, and he fucking sat on my head, which would have been a disqualification.
I'm going to say, Kane's a biscuit away from 300, 350, as JR used to say. Yeah. You know, that ain't going to feel nice at all, Kofi. I give you props for taking that.
I also would have looked like a chocolate digestive. But new tag team champions.
I am the tag team champion!
No, I am the tag team champions!
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 Harold is the tag team champions!
Get in there!
Harold will always bring us together.
Pardon?
But anyway, so this went on to Raw because...
No, this went on to later on in the night.
Yes, later on in the night. Okay, so basically, Daniel Bryan is bitching to...
I'm a tag team champion!
To AJ Lee.
No, he walks right past AJ.
Oh, yes.
He goes and he sees Dr.
Shelby.
Dr. Shelby. And he's explaining that he's a tag team champion. I know, Daniel. I'm happy for you. And then Kane appears. I'm the tag team champion!
I'm the tag team champion!
And we get it again.
So AJ goes...
And AJ loses a cool. Wearing a very nice combination of short shorts, white t-shirt, a loosely black tie scarf thing, a black jacket, and pumps. Not that I noticed.
And she said, "Can you not be having that?" And Kane... So Daniel Bryan goes, "Congratulations on the title," and all just. Kane goes, "Right." He pisses off.
He goes, "Do you have anything to say?" And Kane walks away. And that was when he's bitching and moaning about Dr. Shelby. Look what happens. Gatorade!
Kane goes, "Stop rubbing your nipples!"
I had a wet t-shirt, AJ.
Stop rubbing your nipples!
I will do what I want.
Stop rubbing your nipples.
So the fans want me to.
They can't say it. That's why. They know I have to live with it. Stop rubbing your nipples! Stop it! So yes, he poured Gatorade over Dr. Shelby, Daniel Bryan, and AJ Lee.
Thank you, King.
Yes, King.
Thank you, white shirts.
And hence,
thank you, Gatorade.
Which is why now on #Tobacco we vote that Kane be the next WWE champion.
That's why I vote Kane as a Hall of Famer. Now!
But yes, so this went on to Raw.
What did Kane say?
I'm going to Disneyland!
Then we went to Raw.
And it was the rematch for the titles. Basically, this ended with Daniel Bryan getting the victory for the team.
Yeah,
which started yet another argument between Kane and Owen, because they started arguing on the tag champions. Kane goes, "Who won them?" Daniel Bryan goes, "Who retained them?" And they just start screaming at each other.
And for fans of #Total Markout, there was this argument yesterday after we recorded Shout between myself and the Mini Funk, the mascot himself, the Lone Walker 1, and
me,
the boss.
Yes.
Who the boss was Daniel Bryan and we were Kane.
Yes. And we didn't hug it out. Instead, we ended up playing a brand new game to be stop rubbing my shoulder.
Let's put it out.
No! Get off me. Nah. Peasant. Stop it! Anyway, the guy keeps touching me inappropriately and I don't like it. Stop it.
We did play a new game, indeed, which you'll be able to find on shout.tumblr.com.
And yes, all the details will be announced next week on the show as well. But that is Shout, this is Tom Barkow. The entire titles are retained and the dispute between these two continues. Now, Antonio. Yeah. So, up next, ladies and gentlemen, Randy Orton versus Dolph Ziggler. Oh, Randy Orton. You cocksucker.
You bad little boy. You. How desperate you to heel that you'll just do it on show.
Basically.
How can you be so desperate when you're facing the Natural, the heel himself, the show-off, the ain't easy being greasy himself? He's so damn sick of being so damn sick. And it's about time he won the World Heavyweight Championship, Dolph Ziggler. And I will not be able to repeat that next week. Although, I'll try. That you decide, I'm going to shoot in the middle of the ring and be heel by flipping off the crowd mid-Viper status, as we'll call it.
Yep.
Just before you go Super Saiyan.
And then after the match, he goes up to the fans and then threatens to kick their ass. And I don't mean, oh, he said, he said, I'm going to kick your ass.
Actually, he said he would meet them out around the back after the show and he'll make them sorry.
Yeah. It was like, seriously, Randy? I mean, it was a great match.
Oh, this was JBL said it best. Don't worry, let's call the sheriff. These boys are stealing the show.
Yeah.
And once again, JBL, we have to have a word about your commentary.
Yes.
You can't mention amateur wrestling. You can't mention he's the all-time winningest wrestler in Kent State history, in Dolph Ziggler. And why do you keep mentioning Bob Orton Jr.? You know he's from a different time period you're not allowed to talk about.
JBL will say what he wants, when he wants.
It was quite adamant.
Yeah. What I love about this, because like at this point, JBL could probably be funding WWE.
I'll pay whatever fine I've got to.
Yeah, it's like, fines? How's that?
It's $5,000. I'm going crazy tonight.
Well, it's 6. But yes, it was a great match.
Nice finish as well, although I would have liked to see Randy not win.
Yeah.
But the RKO out of the position, I was like, I remember thinking, what the fuck?
What was awesome was Adam was saying it was at the time. He says you never see the RKO just hit out of nowhere before anymore.
Not anymore. No, it's very.
And then boom!
So like, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but so moving on.
This leads on to Raw with
Dolph Ziggler versus Santino Marella.
Santino, what have you done in the back? What made you deserve to get punished like that? Did you say something to Pat Patterson in character?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, would you? Basically, I think what happened to Santino, would you like to see my Cobra? And Pat
Patterson may have said yes, may have not said yes. Allegedly, he probably said, get it out then.
Yes.
Allegedly.
And then when he put on the sock, Patterson went, ooh, kinky.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
And then Patterson pulled out his anaconda.
There's something very wrong about that.
At which point Santino was never going to get another United States Championship match ever again.
No, he might be another Intercontinental Champion though.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's going to become a hashtag, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, so...
hashtag is our next t-shirt.
Dolph Ziggler was successful in defeating...
No, you reckon?
Santino
well, not one, but 2 zigzags.
Yes.
Mainly because that fucking siren, that banshee, that bitch, Nick the Sock. I'm not even going to mention a fucking name anymore.
No, we will never mention.
Also, notice, I don't know about you, but they pushed Raquel Diaz really quickly for 2 shows on NXT. Hasn't been seen since. Paige didn't push it all over the fans. Is on this week with a spoiler victory over Alicia Fox. Mm-hmm. You can now come back again.
Yeah, former
Divas champion.
Which, by the way, I tweeted it last night. I'll say it again. Alicia Fox, she couldn't sell water in the desert.
She sold that fucking DDT.
She didn't.
She did.
Oh, come on. She couldn't even get the fucking cradle done properly. I can do that. I have done that. Don't you look at me like that. Stop it! Anyway, Dolph Ziggler is awesome. We all
Dolph Ziggler does that, and Randy Orton faces Tensai the next night and beats him again.
Yeah. Anyway.
Although it was interesting, because Tensai reverses the RKO, then runs into the turnbuckle and gets hit with an RKO straight away.
Yeah.
Another out of nowhere one.
Yeah.
So they're starting to bring that back.
Right.
Bitch!
The Divas Championship was scheduled to be Caitlyn versus
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn was attacked backstage by an unknown masked assailant. At which
Those
point...
fucking aces and eights. They get fucking everywhere. Who let them in Connecticut? I thought they were busy in Orlando with that other thing.
So Eve went to let Booker T know. Now, interestingly enough, Eve neglected to mention that Caitlyn had been attacked, just that Caitlyn was unable to compete because she sprained her ankle. So Booker T basically awards Eve the title match.
It was implied that Booker already knew she was attacked. Because Teddy seemed better.
No, well, we thought if Teddy was behind us.
Teddy's going to find out Eve.
Yeah, but and blackmail her.
Blackmail.
Oh, for God's sake, it's the term blackmail. That's what it is.
Racist.
No, it's not.
All right, Michael.
It's right. There is no other term.
Yes, come on. Let's just go. Come on.
Fuck you.
Come on, Hayes.
Just because you didn't get the points for killing.
I know I didn't, right? I got 3 points for appearance. At least they're fucking showing to get that attack.
But anyway, they didn't show her getting attacked.
After the attack, you know what I mean.
But anyway, so basically Booker T just goes, all right, have a Davis Championship match. No, he didn't say it like that, but that's how I heard it.
He explained how she earned it.
Yeah, that's how I heard it. Because in my head I was just going, oh, there you go. I would think, me personally, if I was a general manager, I would have made it a battle royale.
So the match was interesting in the fact that JBL was just destroying Michael Cole for the entire part of the commentary. And Jesse Ventura. Which, Michael, I understand you were trying to make a point of the storyline. John, we don't mention Jesse Ventura. Especially not with the word conspiracies. And especially not with black helicopters or the words US presidency. That's not just a wrestling thing. That's a goddamn national thing. That's an international incident waiting to happen.
Yeah, waiting to happen.
It makes me happy that JBL is fucking things up. It's waiting to happen. It's just, God.
But Eve won the Divas Championship.
So your new, reigning, defending Skank champion is
Eve.
Skank!
This translated onto Raw, where Eve was put in a match against, and my memory fails me, Beth Phoenix, and kicked her ass, essentially.
No, she didn't. She got a fucking win. She didn't kick her ass out. Beth had her all over. Then she came out of nowhere and fucking won it. Like a fucking skank that she is.
And then she went up
just because she got engaged.
And then she went up to Layla. She kind of like did this weird. I mean,
she didn't do anything. She just looked at her.
Looked at this.
I was waiting. I would have knocked her ass out.
That's the thing, though. It's like if you're trying to conceal the fact that you're the villain here, you're not doing a great job.
Well, it's not. It's supposed to be obvious. But then when she was with Booker, she looked as if she changed the fucking wheels.
But this is the thing with I don't get right. Right. Again, if I'm general manager, like I'd be sitting watching everything on TV. As soon as I saw that, I'd be like, yeah. Before I began, can we investigate where Eve was at the time of the attack?
Well, he'll have time to do it now.
Where's that?
When he's finished the investigation for the Bro Kick.
Yeah. Yes. And what was the result of that?
Well, the Bro Kick is hereby reinstated into the WWE.
Now, was this announced on SmackDown?
No.
Was this announced at the beginning of the pay-per-view?
No!
Was it announced in a segment on the show long before the match?
No!
So when was this announced?
This was announced shortly after a horrible segment between Ricardo Rodriguez. Sorry, I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Ricardo Rodriguez! David Otunga, attorney at Raw.
Attorney at Raw!
You actually do it better than they did. To be fair. Theirs is punk, yours is like opera rock.
Yeah. Meatloaf.
Yeah. Or like an 80s fucking beginning of an 80s sitcom. Attorney at Raw!
I'm going to do that every single time.
And Alberto Del...
It feels odd not doing the full name, but...
Exactly. Where Alberto, David Otunga's going, if I have to fake this injury, you have to fake an injury. I have people here. I have a reputation. Fuck off, David.
Yeah, you have a reputation.
You have a reputation, all right, of shagging your way into a job.
It's true.
Like CM Punk once said,
yep.
I searched for David Otunga, but all I came up was Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
Don't know who she is.
But yes, just before the match, Alberto's in the ring, Sheamus is in the ring, Booker T comes out and announces that the Bro Kick is allowed. pissing off Del
Free the Brogue! The Brogue is free!
The hooligans were happy. London was destroyed in a blaze. No. So I'm thinking of a different kind of hooligan. But the point is, Sheamus was able to retain the championship, which obviously led to Alberto Del Rio coming out at the beginning of Raw, interrupting John Cena. And we'll get to that in a moment, because we'll talk about that once we've talked about the WWE Championship match at night.
Oh, but this led to an awesome moment where, before the match had even started, officially, Sheamus had a finisher point because he knocked the fucking black off David Otunga.
Titty roll!
There's not much black left on David Otunga to start off with. Most of it's fake time. Seriously, if you're of a colour, why the fuck do you fake tan?
I'm actually black. I fake white. I just swim in Tipex.
No, that's racist.
How does that work? Against white people.
Well, it's racist for someone.
Yes, I'm so offended at myself.
It's a minstrel's joke. You're whitewashing yourself.
Sure, it's a vice versa joke.
It's a whitewashing.
Nah.
Fuck it.
Anyway.
This whole part's getting cut anyway.
Is it? Woohoo! Oh, yeah, that's what worked for me. No! Anyway, so it was time for the...
Which was cool, because we had an awesome video package.
Yes.
And then when the video package cut off, we went to a very, very scary sight that is an up-close look at Paul Heyman in HD. I jumped out my fucking chair. I'm not even joking. I jumped out my chair.
Yeah.
The shot of Heyman's mug like that. What the fuck? Oh, whoa! Jesus, Paul, don't do that to me. And I'm a Heyman guy. So Paul Heyman comes out and he introduces that. Not even introducing him, Punk. He just states that he will be watching from the best seat in the house. He doesn't sit down the entire time.
Yeah. He basically knows that everyone has the privilege and the honour of...
to watch a man who has the sophistication that you use?
Yeah, something like that.
To call himself a Paul Heyman guy. And he just sat down.
Yeah.
And then we had the entrances of John Cena.
Not bad.
Thank you. Where he unveiled something I do have to give him props for.
Yeah.
In the Rise Above Cancer, the fight against cancer campaign that the WWE is part of. That's why the pink rope will be there all throughout this month in October.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. Breast cancer is a thing that really needs to be looked at. So
it was weird because this actually caused. There's a lot of people who I follow on Twitter who are enraged by it, by the idea of not the rings and all, but the phrase "rise above cancer," because they had relatives and all that who and friends of Derek had. They saw it as it's not something you rise above or foot like that. This is something you fight. They hate the terminology.
Yeah.
The idea of rise above, as if it's like just something. It's like it's not like bullying. You can't just rise above it. So it's kind of like.
Well, I actually didn't see it that way. I didn't see you can. For what I saw it as was a thing of you fight it, to rise up and fight it and beat it.
My personal opinion before I saw it was when I saw rise above cancer, my thought was, okay, that's fucking stupid. I mean, I know it's well intended, but it's fucking stupid. And then I saw a lot of people go, yeah, this is great and all that because they see the intention. So some people see the packaging, some people see the intention.
I see the intention.
I'm just like,
for me, it's you rise up and you fight it.
I just think it's Linda McMahon. That's all I think. You know what I mean?
I don't.
I think
this is something they wanted to do well before Linda.
Yeah, well, my problem. I'll get into my Linda McMahon rant. It's coming in the wrestling news.
Oh, great. I didn't know we were a politics show.
We're not a politics show, but this affects wrestling. So.
Anyway.
Yes, but I say wrestling, it affects WWE. It has some wrestlers in it. Oh, sorry, speaking of things.
But, you've got...
How snidey was I? Ooh, that's a fly. Got it. I'll let it go.
Okay.
CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE Championship.
And CM Punk has the audacity in Boston, Massachusetts, the home of the Patriots, the home of the Bruins, but most importantly, the home of the Red Sox. Fuck the Celtics. Fuck yous.
And home of Jenny Crane.
The home of the Red Sox to come out in New York Yankee pinstripes. to put this in a way that some people may understand. Some people won't understand the rivalry of the sport. It's baseball. It's basically rounders just grown up. This is the equivalent of being from Newcastle and walking into, I don't know, the stadium of shite.
Sunderland.
In a black and white top.
Yeah, unless you're the referee. And even then, the referee doesn't get much of a chance.
This is equivalent of being from Germany and walking into Holland with your flag wrapped around your white and green colours on. This is the equivalent of being Japanese in 1945 and living in California. It doesn't end well.
Anyway, so this match...
It's a pretty... Straight away, that man there should have heat.
Yes.
No, he gets more cheers than a man from Boston.
Yeah.
How's that heel turn going?
Yeah. Basically, even John Bradshaw Layfield 1.7, CM Punk was wrestling a perfect match.
Yep.
It's going well. The match ended with...
1,700 counters, 1,700 finishes.
Yeah. And essentially, what was supposed to be a German suplex off the middle rope.
Well, Cena fell. Cena just fallen backwards and Punk was higher him.
Yeah. So basically, Cena goes for what's supposedly a German suplex off the rope, right? To land in a bridge pin. Unfortunately,
You say a bridge pin.
well, like I said, it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Right? But both Cena's and Punk's shoulders were both on the mat. So it ended in a draw.
Tell that to the Boston crowd.
So basically, Cena's trying to celebrate with the title.
His music had hit. He'd been announced as the winner.
But then Justin Roberts has to speaks to the referee, and Justin Roberts announces it ended a draw. Therefore, still the WWE champion, CM Punk.
302 on that night.
Which obviously, CM Punk's reaction was, "I'll take it." Essentially,
CM Punk went from shock to troll in 0.6 seconds.
Yeah, with Paul Heyman looking very happy.
Heyman is going, "You won! You won!"
So this translates onto Raw, where Paul Heyman opens up the show. Immediately, you know it's going to be good.
Oh yes.
He basically asks for the referee from the show, from that match to come out. So he comes out, and he basically says, "We have exclusive YouTube footage that was taken down earlier this morning. You know, I wonder by who, ... John Cena." And basically, they roll the footage that shows that Cena's shows were definitely both on the mat as well. At which point, John Cena comes out and says that he doesn't disagree with the ref's decision. What he was disagreeing with was the finality of it. He's like, "I agree, okay, that was my call, but do you really want the match to end that way?" Which my point is, the ref doesn't have the power to restart a match, as far as I'm aware, unless someone wants to give me a history lesson. Just me, you don't have to, you're in Spain.
No, you can. The referee can restart a match, however, he needs GM approval.
Yeah.
So I was expecting AJ to come out there.
Yeah, I would have thought you would have had AJ coming on anyway, but, whatever. She was probably too busy being all...
She was
wet.
drying herself off because she had the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish we would have that to get changed. What are we doing again? There's a show. Tour markout! That's right. Dan.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Tour markout.
Don't do that to me.
Welcome to episode 25. No, we skipped ahead of it. Alright, yes.
No, I think we're...
Raw.
Why AJ didn't come out, yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
John Cena on Raw.
Oh, right.
So basically, afterwards, Alberto Del Rio comes out and he goes, You should not be complaining. Stop your crying. You lost. Whereas I was cheated out of my match. And he basically goes on to say that because it was announced that the bro kick was legal seconds before his match, it was unfair to Alberto Del Rio because he didn't have a chance to prepare for that. So Alberto is bitching. So AJ Lee comes out and states that tonight is going to be a super main event. It really wasn't. Sheamus and John Cena team up to face the team of CM Punk and Alberto Del Rio. And then AJ Lee goes outside and skips away. But before she skips away, as we all love her for, Hall of Fame now, She said that this match will go a long way into determining who will be getting title shots in the future, right?
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
No, because we've all seen how number one contenderships are changing around here due to GMs not coordinating with each other.
Yes. So basically, we learned that the matches, the main event of the night is going to be a tag team match with Alberto Del Rio and CM Punk teaming up to face the team of Sheamus and John Cena. Fine, all tickety-boo and whatever.
Tickety-boo.
Tickety-boo. And that's pretty much everything storyline-wise for the WWE recap.
Apart from the end of the match.
Oh, well, I didn't see it because my consciousness...
Cena hits the AA. Fuck you. Really. The AA. Hits the AA. John, and then pins CM Punk. 1, 2, foot in the rope. 3. Referee counts 3. End of the match. CM Punk's robbed out the win.
Yeah. And
ends up sitting there going... ends up arguing with the referee the whole time, going, "My foot was on the rope. I didn't see it. I'm telling you." And the whole time, Heyman's going, "He's a referee. He's a referee. I don't care." He's chasing him all the way to the back. It leads to a backstage moment on WWE.com exclusive, where AJ tells him to calm down. I will not be talked to and have my officials talk to in this manner. At which point Punk goes, "He's about as competent as a GM as you are a referee."
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. That is clever, but it takes everyone a minute to work out.
Yeah.
I'm like, did you make this? No, that was right. Yeah, that sounds good. So essentially that was happened. Cena is celebrating with Sheamus, who had a moment where they probably get some pints now to celebrate all the bullshit.
Yeah. But that was pretty much...
But that was all of the recap.
So, with all that jazz out of the way,
with all that jazz,
we're going to leave the world of kayfabe and get into the shoots and the politics as we take a look at this week's Went for a much calmer one. You must be in a calmer mood.
I don't know what.
I can't imagine why you're in such a calm mood. But yes, it's time for the news segments. We've got quite a bit to cover, so I shall try to get through it as best as I can. So, we're going to kick off with a lighthouse story here. Basically,
can you dig it?
Brodus Clay was upset backstage at Raw by doing so poorly in a poll to see who would face CM Punk in Montreal. Booker T reportedly then began ribbing him about it. That's the backstage report. Would have been nice to have known what that rib was. But this is the news that we've
received. Ribs is usually winding up saying you're so bad you don't want to see it.
I thought rib was usually a practical joke or something.
But it's also, that sort of thing.
Now, William Regal has been tweeting about...
You know the rule. Master Regal.
Sorry, Master Regal.
Thank you.
Peasant. He tweeted in regards to Daniel Bryan. What happened to my protege, WWE Daniel Bryan? I wanted him to be all the things I haven't been, and now he's giving hugs to monsters. Let down.
Good Master Regal.
Master Regal. The only person to ever turn down a knighthood from the Queen. True story.
It is if we say so.
Exactly. Now,
can you prove that he didn't?
Right. Up next, WWE have given a $10,000 scholarship to a student at Full Sail University at the WWE NXT taping. Triple H announced the scholarship, awarding it to Geraldo Gutierrez. Gutierrez will use the scholarship for his studies in recording arts Bachelor of Science degree program.
That's cool. That's nice, yeah.
That's good, yeah. So that's pretty awesome. Right, at Thursday's WWE NXT TV taping, John Cena apologised for being unable to compete due to his elbow surgery, but he said he will return October 11th to compete.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we're not rid of him just yet.
How long is he out, though, off TV?
Was he off TV?
Is he going to be off TV?
I don't think so. They just said a way to compete, back to compete.
So he can't compete until...
so he'd probably just do a segment.
Oh, well, that's it.
In more NWA news, obviously, we heard that they've got new ownership. We already know that Hollywood Championship Wrestling left them. Now, 2 more companies have left. NWA Wisconsin has officially changed the name to Wisconsin Pro Wrestling and cut out of the promotion. While also Match 1 Pro Wrestling have also announced they're leaving. This is because of the new leadership and obviously the lawsuits that came over ownership. So what is the future of NWA? Hopefully it'll do better. Maybe they'll...
It's been on a downward decline for a while now, so I can only imagine it's going to get worse.
Right, news from Alex Riley and John Laurinaitis. Alex Riley posted this on Twitter today. Thought I'd let you guys know that I've had knee and elbow surgery earlier this week. Thank you all for your support. I'll be back as soon as humanly possible. # make it happen.
Well, you were going to be quicker coming back than you were in a match.
Yeah, so this was posted yesterday.
I think Alex Riley has a lot of potential.
Yeah, he does.
He's a great ring. He has a great gimmick. His mic skills are already right on there. The only problem is his attitude stinks. If he doesn't get his attitude backstage working, you ain't going to go nowhere.
John Laurinaitis is also currently recovering from surgery to repair a torn rotator cuff. He'll be out of action for months. He's been making run-ins during John Cena's main event matches at live events, but was taken off the shows after complaining about shoulder pains.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so John Laurinaitis is still working, just not on TV. I'm okay with this.
We approve of this.
Yeah. The WWE.com social interaction section has disappeared and now redirects to WWE.com's main page. So, yeah, I don't think about it. There's supposed to be this whole interactive thing, and yet it seems like...
It was shit. It was too slow.
Yeah.
It really was.
So, what's going to happen with that? WWE Films are employing a unique release strategy. The studio is releasing The Thriller, which stars Eric McCormick and Jodie Thompson, known as The Barricade, on September 25th on DVD. On the release date, 25 cities across the US will have DVDs hidden in them, with clues as to where they will be. The people who find them will be entered to win exclusive WWE merchandise.
That's something a lot of people do anyway. UFC do it consistently for tickets and stuff like that on the days of the events. But
it's the fact that they're doing it, calling it unique. It's kind of like, yep, that sounds like wrestling to me. Unique. Doing the same thing over again, but with a different person. Sad news, Rob Conway's father, Rob Conway Sr., has passed away. On behalf of what was a total markout, we do send our condolences to Rob Conway.
The conman. Yeah.
His theme still sucks, but, our condolences. Ezekiel Jackson. Yes, # where's Jackson? Who has not appeared to WWE ring in over 2 months, tweeted an update regarding his whereabouts on Wednesday. The one-time Intercontinental Champion suggested he's been sidelined with an injury. He writes, met with Doc here in beautiful Birmingham, Alabama. I'm on the right track, healing well, and can begin training. # my journey continues. So there's some news about Ezekiel Jackson. Right, now this is what I was going to say about the political one.
Yay.
The Connecticut Democratic Party continues to attack Linda McMahon with racy WWE footage that occurred while she reigned as the Sports Entertainment Organization CEO.
This is what fucking annoys me, though.
The hot lesbian action video
has been took off.
It's took off. Basically, after releasing an attack video Monday showcasing clips of Edge and Lita's live sex celebration, Triple H dressed as Kane simulating mock sex with the mannequin in the casket.
Fucking Katie Vick.
Yeah, exactly. The party hosted a video of infamous hot lesbian action segment which occurred on Raw 10 years ago. God damn it, Eric. So this is basically, I believe, when it was the Rose and Jamal came to attack the
3-minute one.
Yeah, attack the two lesbians. This is my problem with politics. They keep saying, My problem comes out, first of all, I don't want Linda McMahon to win anyway, because she's Republican and therefore evil. No, but seriously, I don't like... Republicans have never really panned out, The Democrats, I'd rather have an independent party, but hell, I'm not American. But
couldn't give a fuck because I'm not American.
Yeah, but my fiance lives outside.
I'd say one thing.
Yep.
I don't like Mitt Romney.
No. Hashtag does not support Mitt Romney. We don't support anyone, actually. We support ourselves and Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder for president. But my problem is a lot of stuff has changed because of it. A lot of stuff has changed and people blame the campaign when it's not really the campaign. Like, stuff's always been in the works.
The idea, here's the thing, the problem that people don't get.
Yeah.
The WWE works in cycles.
Yeah.
We are of an age where we grew up during the Attitude Era And we started coming notice, by the time we were hitting our teenagers years, we were towards the point of, the ruthless aggression era now. People before that grew up in the 80s with Hulk Hogan and The Warrior and Macho Man and these great characters. And then got to the point where by the time they were old enough, and there was the teenage years, they were hitting with the Attitude Era kicking in. The WWE cannot be a consistently edgy, racy thing.
Yeah.
Because eventually it becomes not edgy.
It's mundane.
It's blunt. It's the same old shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like having the same food day after day after day. It doesn't matter how nice it is. About having a hot curry every single day. Eventually, it loses its kick.
The reason that WWE works in cycles as well is because of us. We grow up, and therefore, the older we get, there's no guarantee that they can hold on to that audience. Think about the friends you had at school when you were kids. How many of you loved wrestling? Now think about how many of you still love wrestling.
And here's the thing. It's very easy to think of yourself as the centre of the universe. It's like, oh, well, what about the true fans like me, as Djismie often says, The problem is, who's to say we are the true fans? You got to remember, we're not the largest demographic anymore. People of our age. Kids are. More kids with kids, more kid-friendly, and then because that's where the money's coming from. And it's
that's how you do the cycle, though. You bring kids in. It's like any business.
Yeah, but companies have to make money, and so they go with the largest demographic. If you've got, say, Nintendo, they've released this game for like whatever, and you've got small minorities bitching about, we don't want it this certain way, but you've got the mass majority buying the game and happy with it. Fuck the minority. It's like, right, fine, not listening. WWE goes with its biggest demographic, and that's how a company survives. We don't like it, but, we have a choice. We can turn off the TV. Despite what certain people may say, we can choose not to support the product anymore.
Don't like something, turn it off.
Exactly.
Turn it off.
You have a choice. So you have a choice. You can turn it off, or you can bitch about it. Fine, you bitch about it all you want, but it's not going to change just because you bitch about it. And just because you bitch about it, don't like it, doesn't mean that your opinion is right. There have been many times that I've been like, that's twice today I said if I was booking this. But I'm not booking this. I still watch the show, though. That's why I bitch, because I can't do anything about it. But I don't think that it should change because it's my opinion. I think it should change if I think it's right for the business. But who's to say I know what's right for the business? I'm a fan. I'm a mark, not an owner. I don't know what it's like to run a business. A wrestling business. So that's my... But now, the Linda McMahon thing. There is a lot of shit which is changing because of Linda McMahon. Videos being taken down, things being denied. Every time they're attacked by something, don't we feel the need to compensate? Now, money is being taken out. They're paying back the creditors. They've owed since like the 1960s or whatever, right? Basically paying all these people back. They're going to pay... Basically what happened was they had these creditors, so people who obviously loan the money and all of that. They're now going to trace them back. Not only are they going to pay them back the amount that they loaned, but 4 times the amount due to inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that is going to affect WWE, whether we like it or not. Because it's going to affect the pay scale. Wrestlers are going to be paid less. And because wrestlers are going to be paid less, they're going to be asked to do more for less. And then people are going to get pissed off, and then TNA gets to do a spring clean. Personally, I'm just waiting for the day that Chikara Pro and Chikara Pro and Ring of Honor become more accessible to me. I'd like to see it on a TV deal.
I'd love to see Chikara on a TV deal.
Yeah. I'd buy that shit, man. But yeah, that's my mini rant.
Actually, I do have Chikara updates for wrestling news.
Oh, yes?
Is that the Chikara King of Trios happened just last weekend. In what I've seen as some awesome news. You had surprise appearances by WWE Hall of Famer Tito Santana, Demolition, Axe and Smash, Marty Jannetty, and of course Tatanka, Aldo Montoya, the Extreme Trio of Jerry Lynn, Too Cold Scorpio, and Tommy Dreamer were part of the tournament itself. But the winner of the Chikara King of Trios tournament was the Spectral Envoy, Frightmare, Ultramantis Black, and Hallow Wicked. And they went down to Team Ring of Honor where they faced the Young Bucks and the Young Bucks and the Prodigy, Mike Bennett, along with Maria Kanellis. I do have to say something as well. Ring of Honor have recently parted ways with the Young Bucks. Sent them on the way, which is really stupid for business for them because they're one of the best tag teams they had in there. And, well, the Young Bucks are picked up, by the looks of it, by Chikara.
Great for Chikara.
Yeah, exactly. Did
they say why they let them go? It's just a creative thing.
It wasn't even a creative thing, just let them go.
No.
Kevin Steen was asked about it on Twitter. And he said, what do you think about Ring of Honor letting go of the Young Bucks? He turned around and goes, it's fucking stupid. And that's their world champion.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor New Tag Team Champions was there also displayed at Death by Dishonor 10. And what is Scum? Team Scum. Scum rises to the top, which is Jimmy Jacobs and the King of Old School, Steve Carino.
The last news segment of the show, WWE and Silver Vision to part ways. After 22 years of dedicating Silver Vision exclusively to WWE, the WWE and Clear Vision Limited will part company on the 31st December 2012. Silvervision.co.uk, owned by Clear Vision, will continue to sell WWE DVDs, Blu-rays, and WWE films after this date while stocks last, but we will not be able to. So they'll not be able to offer new releases for sale on their site. SummerSlam 2012 and Enduro the Revolution will be the last new releases they'll be producing for themselves.
Well, the fuck am I supposed to get the Royal Rumble from now?
Yeah, I imagine this is all because WWE are going to go into business for themselves, basically. I imagine that's what it is. Because I can't think of anything else it could be.
It's a fucking idiots. Apparently what they want to do is everything in the house, and they wanted to stream it live, stream it as well. They want to be available for streaming, or to store it on your as a download. Yeah. Which is the thing. You're not Netflix. You have a deal with the US Netflix. It works great, right? I want a copy of the DVD in my hand to go in my collection in my cupboard. I want it so it's available whenever I want to. I don't have to carry around a fucking hard drive or go, oh mate, you're gonna come over and watch it. 1 minute, I'll boot up the computer. I want it so I can go, oh mate, I've got the new Royal Rumble, I've got new WrestleMania. I'll bring it round. I like to have the collection. Now it's just gonna look, oh yeah, that was a sad day. I'm able to pinpoint the day that my collection stopped because you part ways and go for an American company. You fucking tits.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Well, that's the wrestling news. So up next, it's time for us. It's basically the time where we jump in our DeLoreans and our TARDISes and we travel into the past. In this week's You Get It Rich! Do you gotta watch? It's the moment where we look at clips from the past.
You've sang there. I want that next week to be over the top of music now.
It won't fit though.
Make it fit.
It's that time when we look in the past.
I want a theme song now, not just a theme tune.
You can like whatever you like.
I didn't say like. I want.
You can want whatever you want.
Boss. Right, you're going to watch this week.
We'll see.
Is a fan supporters segment of the show. Yes, I have stole that from the Art of Wrestling and Colt Cabana. Which is probably,
Colt Cabana.
A really, 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 really good podcast that's available on iTunes.
You should check it out sometime. It's pretty cool.
You should. Actually leads to a question. Someone asked me what's my top 3 podcasts that everyone should listen to of the Art of Wrestling. I would say the Collective Unit of William Regal, part 1 and 2, is one that you've got to go check out. I love the Chris Hero episodes. And I'm going to go Luke Gallows. Luke Gallows does a really fun story, really fun episode, and it's great just to hear the brother part at the end of it. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, I know Punk, and I know Mr. 1859, Cliff Compton, have some excellent episodes on there, and they're great, but that would be what I would say everyone should listen to. Which leads me to Stephen asking, can you, he asked that question then, followed up and says, what about a Colt Cabana then for You Gotta Watch? Well, You Gotta Watch is, always willing to apply, especially during the next couple of weeks. So You Gotta Watch with Colt Cabana on April 1st, 2006 in Chicago, Illinois.
Over the Star Trek.
At Better Than Our Best by Ring of Honor. Cabana faced and got some revenge on Homicide, the notorious 187 from TNA. If you don't know him from anything else, he was of course part of LAX with Homicide, with Hernandez, Hector Guerrero, Conan, Machete, and of course Shelly Martinez, otherwise known as Salinas. Then a Chicago street fight in which there was a brutal, bloody match. You've got to check it out. I believe some of it is available at the minute on YouTube. It's hardcore wrestling at its finest without being ultra violent of say combat zone wrestling or a King of Deathmatch style thing. Colt hits some great Colt 45s, his patented move back then. Some flying arseholes. You get a Gringo killer back then, of course, in Ring of Honor. It's known as a cop killer. You get some Gringo cutters or the homicide cutter, simply known as. And there's some awesome variants of weapons, variant styles. But it ends in a great fashion. It ends with Homicide finally giving the respect to Colt Cabana, because that's what the whole thing was. He thought Colt was just a comedy act. Yeah. And shaking hands and embrace at the end after the match is over. But of course, that's just not good enough for Steve. He asked, since you're doing Colt Cabana, could you also throw out a Team Shag? Well, it depends who it's with, but I'm always open for that sort of thing. But in reality, it's not that. It's more on to Team Shag, which is a tag team Colt Cabana was in, and with Darren Burridge. Team Shag stood for the Street Hooligan Adventure Gang. So, thinking of that, there wasn't many, because Colt was only with them as a team briefly, because he then signed with WWE. However, during 1PW's first anniversary show, which I believe was simply titled 1PW's first anniversary show, Team Shag won the 1PW Tag Team Championships in a three-way ladder match against the defending reigning champions, Johnny Storm and Jody Fleisch. You may have seen them, American viewers or members who remember the old wrestling channel for over here in the UK. You may have seen them two fight in Combat Zone Wrestling. And Jody Fleisch is credited for inventing the 720 DVD. For the man sitting next to me, the boss, I'll show you after the show.
Oh, okay.
And Team of Southern Comfort, which of course is an old school tag team of Tracy Smothers and Chris Hamrick, famous from ECW, famous from the NWA Mid-South, famous from just everywhere. In a fabulous ladder match. It really was a great match. Lots of tag team moves, lots of tag team action, fast paced, and it was in I believe it was down in the Doncaster Dome, which is their big arena. Not a big arena at all. It holds maybe 1,000 people at most. But they did what they did. A great show. On the show, you also had Abyss, and it was when they were bringing over the Americans as well. So there you go, Steve. Team Shag, you want to watch the 1PW Triple Threat Tag Team match from the first anniversary show with Team Shag, Johnny Storm and Jody Fleisch, and Southern Comfort. For Colt Cabana, I'm getting go to better than our best Ring of Honor, Colt Cabana versus Homicide Chicago Street Fight. For You Gotta Watch, he asked for Edge.
You think you know me?
Currently just debuted on Twitter at EdgeRatedR, even though he said he'd never be on it. However, he said, can I have an Edge match? There's a lot of obvious ones I could go with. I could go with TLC's. Uh-huh. I could go with his feuds with John Cena, his feuds with Kurt Angle, his feuds in the Money in the Bank, his matches with Shawn Michaels, his matches with Rob Van Dam, his solo, his feud that really launched his Rated R status with Matt Hardy, his feuds with The Undertaker, Batista. But I went a little bit different. I could have gone E&C. Went a little bit different.
You got Mick Foley.
Could have gone with Big Mick. The Micker.
But you didn't go there, did you?
Didn't go there. What I went to was his first pay-per-view match at SummerSlam 1998 in Madison Square Garden. He stood as Sable's mystery tag team partner against Jacqueline, or Miss Jackie, the Pride of Tennessee, if you're a TNA fan and haven't watched much WWE. And Mark Marrow, Marvelous Mark Marrow, Johnny B. Bad, God damn it, why can't you just fuck off? Decent little match. It was cool. The reason I've done this is because this was Edge really first time he was given the spotlight, and it was an interesting thing how he kept coached with it. Did really well. And you know, in the first match in Madison Square Garden, over. Enough said. However, the finish of the match was Sable. He picked up Sable in a rather rated R maneuver, I must say, and body slammed her onto Mark Mero, allowing her to pick up the pin. And I made a mistake on the tweet of saying how do I choose between so many good matches, so many instant classics, which let me open for Rubicon 86 to throw at me. Well, seeing as you mentioned instant classics, can you mention Christian Cage? Christian.
At last, you're on your own. Go!
Christian, I could have gone for any TNA feud.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle.
Of course.
Abyss.
Yeah,
Sting.
yeah.
Booker.
King Booker.
Could have gone with any of them. Didn't.
Who'd you go for, Dan?
Could have gone for his return with ECW. Jack Swagger, Matt Hardy,
Yeah.
Mark Henry, Randy Orton, where he went for his feud of the world title.
You could.
Alberto Del Rio.
You could.
But I didn't. Once again, I could have gone for ENC.
Yes, you could.
But I didn't.
Oh, where'd you go?
Could have gone for the Brood.
Oh.
But I didn't.
Oh my God, where'd you go then?
I could have even gone all the way to the Un-Americans. But I didn't.
Where did you go?
I went to Toronto. Yes, I went there. I went to Toronto, Ontario, Canada, by way of Tampa, Florida, as he was announced on that night. I went to WrestleMania 18, where he faced DDP for the European Championship in a match that was really good. One of the great matches. It was a good with the crowd going for what was a stacked card anyway. And this was also great for me because it was during Page's run of, that's not a bad thing, it's a good thing.
That was when he was trying to cheer Chris Jericho because he kept having
Yes.
sabotage.
And that was one of the reasons Christian gets hit the diamond cutter. DDP gets on the mic and says, You've just lost in front of 8,000 people, but you kept your cool. I'm proud of you. But remember, that's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Bang! At which point Christian loses it and has a tantrum in the middle of the ring. And it's just one of those great matches that was good back and forth. The crowd was into it, even if he said he was from Tampa now. Tampa. The problem being was he was always from Toronto and the fans knew it.
Yeah.
So there's your Christian one. Bit of an easy one there, but you know it's how it works. So I threw out, I'm doing Edge, Christian, Colt Cabana. What should I do? Second City Saints or Team Eck or Wreck? I went to go for Team Wreck, but there wasn't a great deal that I had available off the top of my head or online. So I went with Team Eck. Edge, Christian and Kurt. Absolutely great moments. I could choose numerous tag matches. I could choose numerous backstage moments, but I didn't. Instead, I went for one that was simply reminded to me from You Gonna Get Got, who said, whatever you do, please mention the Jug Band from Judgment Day 2000. It's all kinds of brilliant. And it is. Essentially, they come out with a 5-second pose. They have the jugs, they put false teeth in, they make them look like hillbillies, straw hats, and they start playing a jug, on the jugs, going, ooh, 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 ooh. And that's the pose, and it was during the heels, and what was great about it was, even if you didn't like the team at the time, you had to watch it and laugh. Middle Kentucky, I believe, as well, so kind of a great thing. So there you go, Colt Cabana, Ring of Honor 2006, better than our best versus Homicide and Chicago Street Fight. Team Shag, 1PW's first anniversary show versus Jody Fleisch and Johnny Storm and Southern Comfort. Edge, SummerSlam 98, Sable and Edge versus Jacqueline and Mark Mero. Christian, WrestleMania 18 versus DDP for the European Championship. And Team Eck, Judge the Jug Band Judgment Day 2000. So that is all from this week's You Gotta Watch. But remember, this is You Gotta Watch for the next few weeks and for however long I want to do this. You give me a wrestler, I give you a match.
Let's just mosey right on into,
I have a stat.
No.
I have a stat.
Yes, you have a stat, do you?
Stat.
What's your stat?
Yes.
What's your stat?
AJ
Yes.
is hot.
That's not a stat.
Okay.
Yeah.
The team of AJ and Caitlin
Yes.
were known as the Chick Busters, as a reference to the Dude Busters of Trent Beretta and the other dude. I can't remember his name's forgetting it now. Trent Beretta and fuck him. And the third member was Kurt Hawkins, who hasn't scored a point for you yet.
That's also not a stat. That's trivia. Stat
Okay.
Stat involves
the
numbers.
Chick Busters,
Yes.
I don't recall winning a match.
That's a stat.
And hot.
No.
Can you deny that AJ and Caitlin are hot?
Oh, I'm not denying it. That's it. It's not a stat.
They were beaten once in a match by the Divas of Doom, Beth Phoenix and Natalia. That's that.
You know what? For the sake of argument, we'll say yes.
And they're hot as well.
Yes, sir. So, we're going to just roll right ahead.
Oh, I have a stat. I find all but one diva currently hired by WWE attractive.
Are we including NXT in this?
Oh, I see. Two divas when they had WWE.
Well, obviously, it's the anti-diva one.
What's wrong with the anti-diva?
Is that the one that's like trying to make everyone more beautiful, like exfoliation to her?
Oh, the Lady Gaga gimmick.
Yeah, because she's
Guerrero.
quite
It actually is, yeah, it's the Guerreros.
yeah, she kind of needs to go away.
Raquel Diaz.
Yeah, she needs to go away.
Yeah, it's the Guerreros.
I'm trying to think of who.
Vicky.
Oh, of course. I don't consider her a diva. I consider her a
Technically
blight.
classed as a diva.
Yeah, I can't consider her a blight. Let's just move right into.
I have no stuff.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah, I have 3 AJs on my phone.
It's hashtag top 10. Right, this week's hashtag.
Number 1!
No. I'm announcing what the top 10 is going to be.
Okay, number 10.
No. I'm announcing what the people are going to vote for the hashtag top 10. I'm not counting down a list of top 10. I'm telling you what top 10 is going to be voted on.
Number 10.
No, Dad, you're not getting this right. I'm not doing a countdown this week, right? I'm announcing what the top 10 list is going to be for people to vote on. Then next week, we do the whole number 10, number 9 thing, right?
Okay.
So this week, I'm telling people what they're going to vote on, okay?
Okay.
Right. So, this week, what you guys are going to be voting on is the WWE Championships, which are no longer used. And what you're going to vote on are the top 10 titles that should be brought back. Okay?
Number 10, Tamina Snuka.
What? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Top number 10 is Timothy Snoop. What's that?
Nothing. Continue.
Anyway, there are 20 championships in total. I'm going to run down them.
Number 9, Naomi.
Shut up! Jesus fucking Christ! Anyway, so you've got the basically the United States Tag Team Championship. You've got. I am going to be missing some out, by the way, because
I'll tweet the rest.
Because they're decent replacements. Anyway, so you got United States Tag Team Championship. You've got a Junior Heavyweight. You've got like International Tag Championship, Canadian Championship, Women's Tag Team, World Martial Arts, Light Heavyweight, European Hardcore Cruiserweight, ECW, World Tag, $1 Million Championship.
What?
Anyway, so you've got a lot of these titles. Basically, what I'll be doing, I'll be posting a video to announce which of those championships are going to be eligible to be voted on. There are actually some that probably aren't on that list. In fact, there are definitely some that aren't on that list. which I'll say bring back. So basically, titles that you want to bring back or bring to the WWE for active use. You guys will be voting on your top 10 for them, and then on next week's show, I'll reveal what the top 10 titles you guys want to bring back into the WWE. Okay, so you'll be voting on that, guys. Now, we had a poll recently about Christian Cage. The question being asked, because basically during I believe it was during the Total Markout Fantasy Wrestling League meetup, people were saying that Christian was out. Christian's out because due to injury, and it's not an injured ankle; it's an injured shoulder. I don't know where I got ankle from, but no. People like Djismie believe it's a conspiracy. They'll keep him off TV because he's going over to TNA. Even though they are the ones sending him. So we did a poll asking the fans of the show what you thought. Now get this. 44% said it was, as reported, he was taking time off. 44% it was a rumour, and 11% said they did. It was another reason. So, and that was you when you said it was a mixture of the two. So the poll revealed that it's an even split between all the voters. Nobody can agree on the actual reason. It was a complete tie. So there you go. What does that prove? That polls solve fuck all. So, yes.
I've got a poll.
Yes, because you're looking at AJ pictures.
Caitlin.
Sorry, Caitlin. Anyway, so up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your favourite segment and mine. I know you've never announced this one. Would you like a shot announcing this? We've never announced this segment before.
It's the questions from the fans to the marks. It's hashtag fan corner.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, yeah. You know, we haven't done that for like 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
You know, don't know why. But anyway, we've got some questions now. Annoyingly, a lot of questions come from Erik Van Djismie. So Erik Van Djismie, being away, decided to leave us some questions behind to answer. So let me run through some now.
Nope.
No, I'm gonna answer these questions.
Can't.
Why?
It's hashtag fan corner.
You can be a fan of the show later on.
But it's questions that's supposed to be from the fans, not from a member of the show who's not appearing again.
So we can't answer any questions about Erik Van Djismie.
I don't want to. I don't see it's right. Plus, he's asking really annoying questions.
What? His first question was, who's your favourite light heavyweight champion?
Well,
there you go. See? It wasn't
wait a minute! You just told me to answer that!
Yes, I did.
Fuck!
Ah.
I won't do it again.
Snore through my fucking segment, will you?
Won't do it again.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering though, like, if you could pick 1 year to watch in wrestling, like just 1 year, over and over again, what would you pick?
Ooh.
See, I wouldn't. I would be like, nah, I'd rather stop watching wrestling. To be honest with you.
Yeah, because that's a while you're boring. But if I had to pick a year, they said here's a year you can go back and watch it whenever you want. I own 2001. Yeah. I did that because of the Invasion storyline. Yeah. But I would probably go 98.
Oh, well, that was Erik Van Djismie's question answered.
Damn it!
Okay, but
think, Dad, think.
Okay. Well, I'll not ask another question from,
Just think, Dad.
From AVD, okay?
Okay.
But we do have another question. If you create a tag team from 2 people, whether they're alive or dead, who'd they be and why?
2 people
alive or dead.
Haven't we had this question before?
We've had who do you have wrestled or had Dolph Truth or had tag team?
Tag team.
Obviously, opinions change. So if I had this question before, for me it would be Eddie Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler.
Eddie Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool one.
Thank you.
Eddie Guerrero or Dolph Ziggler. That's a good one. Who could have a tag team? Macho Man Randy Savage and CM Punk.
Alright, so that was another question from Erik Van Djismie.
Fuck's sake!
I said I wouldn't give you another question from AVD. You should have been listening. Now, this one is from Steven.
Right.
Okay.
Right, yeah,
Yes.
cool.
What's your current favourite web show? Hashtag Total Markout. And hashtag shout.
I'm a fan of hashtag shout and hashtag markout, I've got to say.
Yeah.
However, I would probably go with WWE wise.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Inbox. I do like Inbox, but I would say it's got to be Are You Serious?
Yeah, as stated by Erik Van Djismie as well. He said he liked hashtag Are You Serious?
Not hashtag Are You Serious?
I know. We've got another question, and I promise it's stuff from Erik Van Djismie. Okay. Well, actually, this question was originally from Steven. So Steven asks, what's our favourite Superstars match?
Favorite Superstars match? Interesting one. I'm going to go with one that transferred over to NXT. Michael McGillicuddy versus Tyson Kidd. Anyone, pick a one.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Great feud.
It was. Last question. From
Twitter, right?
Yeah.
I have a couple from
Twitter. If WWE released the 1993 Raw box set, would you buy it?
Just the year 1993? No. If it was from 1993 onwards, yes.
And I say no because I'm not into that stuff. So that question was from Erik Van Djismie.
Fucking hell! How did you keep doing it to me, dude?
Well, the last time I said I wouldn't give any more questions from Erik Van Djismie, I meant Erik Van Djismie just with no silent D. This one was with a silent D.
Oh, right.
See, I'm a sneaky bugger. Right, so we have more questions from the land of Tumblr and stuff.
We do indeed. Yeah. Wipe out.
And these are not from Djismie.
Well, they're anonymous, so.
Oh, so it could be Djismie.
That one, so you have to work out how to get onto Tumblr first.
Yeah, that is the point. So what questions do we have? I hope they're good ones. Yeah, by the way, we normally do post the answers to these questions on Tumblr as well, so you can read the answers. Recently, we've had some inbox trouble, apparently.
Yeah,
so
they're all wiped out.
we'll try to catch up when we can, but we're having some inbox issues with them. But, yeah.
You guys are obviously strongly opinionated on what quote-unquote good booking is.
Yes, we are.
So, I thought I'd challenge all three of you. Challenge number one.
Okay.
Erik Van Djismie. Hashtag.
Wait. Erik Van Djismie isn't here.
I know, but I'm going to read the question.
All right. Answer from Spain, bitches.
Erik Van Djismie.
Yeah.
In brackets. Hashtag. Yes, they hashtag the word hashtag.
You son of a bitch.
How would you book Mr. 313 in brackets hashtag boss
Mr. 313
against John Cena?
Wait, so Djismie has to book me and Cena in a match.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it, Dan.
I wouldn't even do.
Jesse's going to hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
Probably if you try to do an armbar, you'll end up breaking his skull.
Yeah, you probably won't end up breaking your skull, to be fair.
You try to do a drop toe hold and maybe break his spine.
And how would you book Mr. Geek, brackets, hashtag King of Kings, against Randy Orton? Well, you probably have Randy Orton beat me because you're making heel.
Yeah, so Djismie will have to book that. We'll get the results of that next week.
Challenge number two. Mr. Geek.
Mr. Geek.
How would you book Mr. 313 against Mick Foley?
Oh no, the pins! The tables, the coffins.
I'd make it a hardcore anything goes match. I'd make it WrestleMania. I'd make it bloody, violent, and a fight because you don't want to see either one of them try to wrestle. And yeah, it'd be bloody, it'd be violent, but I'd probably have Mick go over.
Yeah, because he wants to, he's going to.
And how would you book Mr. Hashtag against Dolph Ziggler? And Dolph Ziggler would win with Dolph Ziggler would win in a move that Djismie surely couldn't fail to sell because it's essentially falling backwards in a zigzag in about 10 seconds. But you don't want the match to be any longer.
Hey, he'd be in the history books.
Exactly, and that's what counts.
Yeah. And
challenge number 3, Mr. 313.
Yes, my child.
How would you book Mr. Hashtag?
It's okay, Dan. You get through it.
It's tough. Against CM Punk.
Right. Okay. Well, what I'd do is I'd have Erik Van Djismie's going against CM Punk for the title. And you go in, Punk just keeps going, I'm the best wrestler in the world, and I'm the best. So next week, everyone just goes, I'm the greatest sports entertainer in the world. He keeps putting that he's a sports entertainer. He goes, wrestle? I'm not a wrestler, you poor deluded fool. I'm a sports entertainer. I'm on talk shows while you're in the gym and all that. And then just build it that way, like sports entertainment versus wrestling.
Cool.
And turn Djismie into the true heel, and then have him lose.
Obviously. And how would you book Mr. Geek? Mr. Geek. Against Kane.
Ooh. How'd I book you against Kane? I would make it a stepping stone to Undertaker.
Yay.
I would say, basically, Kane's going around, like, hugging out with Daniel Bryan. You would come out and be like, you used to be a fucking monster, and... Kane's like...
The fuck are you now, you woman cunt?
Kane's going like, who the hell are you? You're going, me, I'm the new monster in town,
They call me Mr. Geek.
And basically, it's just stuff I do too. And you basically, the thing is, Kane, you're nothing more than a stepping stone to your brother. Once I get through you, I'm going to get the Undertaker. Kane says, no, that's not going to happen. And then even Daniel Bryan gets in and says, oh, you leave Kane alone. And you go... I'll go through you too, son. Then eventually it looks like it's going to be a handicap match. Kane and Daniel Bryan versus you. Then you attack, you fight Kane, and then Daniel Bryan helps you. Then use your former tag team, even though they still have titles.
Yeah.
So eventually ends up in like a
He is the tag team champion.
Yeah. Well, Daniel Bryan is a tag team champion. So it's something like that, yeah.
And finally from a different person here, I believe I've just been sent a couple new ones on Twitter.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Okay.
A couple of weeks ago, you guys had a troll saying that Steve didn't deserve to be on the show, or something like that, because he's not a real mark.
Yeah.
Which leads me to two questions. One, your personal opinion makes someone a mark?
What makes them... Just someone that's a big fan, like, supports the business, either emotionally, financially, or in spirit. For me, I support the business through what we do the show.
Yeah.
We watch it nigh on religiously. We have a great respect for the business, and we try to educate ourselves about the business. And I think a mark is someone that goes the extra mile.
Yeah.
And tries to invest in the business.
Essentially, to me, a mark is a dedicated fan.
Yeah.
In comic, you might be a hardcore comic book collector. You might be a geek, a nerd, whatever. Mark to me is just another way of putting that.
Yeah.
Is you're a hardcore fan. You don't even have to be a hardcore fan. If you're a fan of something,
yeah,
you're a mark, in my opinion.
I mean, Adam's a mark, and
there is different. Different stages of marks. Some might call us quote unquote smart marks because we're doing an internet show about wrestling.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing, right? So I'm a big fan of certain styles of music, but I couldn't tell you the name of their albums.
Yeah,
I just like the certain tracks. You don't have to know everything to be a mark. It's this idea that you have to be a professor of.
Yeah.
You can be students of the game.
So that's our one. How long does it take you, Steve, to put together an entire episode from recording to uploading?
Well, first of all, we record the show. It always depends on how long the show runs. So the first stage is recording the show. I don't know, before that, the first stage is preliminary stuff. That usually takes about 5 minutes to run through. No, we don't run through a script. I basically run through what we are including, what we're not including. So if we're not doing a segment, or if we're adding a new segment, that gets discussed more. And any special jokes that are going in the scene that we know beforehand, we put that in. But generally, I'm the only person that runs off the script. I have a script. For the intro, I didn't have one this week. But for the intro, I usually have one. And for the lead-ins to each segment, I usually have something scripted. And I'm the only one that reads them. These two improvise everything. I improvise everything else. Once the recording's done, it's an average... in fact, I can tell you that the average length of a show is an hour and 55 minutes. So if we say roughly 2 hours to record a show, then it'll take me about 2.5 hours to listen through it and edit some fine points. So I listen to it, then I've got to keep going back and edit some points. I've got to listen to it again to make sure there's no errors, so that takes another 2 hours. So far with 6 hours, or maybe 6.5 hours. And then I've got to edit the video together, which takes about an hour to do, then about another hour and a half to upload, so about 8.5 hours. Then I've got to do the blip version. So you're looking at, if you put everything together, it takes about a full day to do it, but I usually do it across a few days, because if I did it I've done it in one day before, and I was just burning out. But it takes about 24 hours when everything is combined to do. There's varying factors like internet strength, the length of the show, how much needs to be edited in, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's all about that, and it's editing's the worst part. It really is. It's the most boring part of it. It's the most boring part of the show for me to edit, not because I don't like listening to the show. I love this show, but I've got to listen to it at least 3 times.
I don't like listening to my own voice.
So it gets I think that's what people don't get. It's like, I may not know as much as these two guys, but I'm the one that puts everything together. It's why I'm the producer. They say I'm the boss, but basically all what that means is I tell these guys, look, this is what's going to happen editing-wise. This is what I need you guys to do. But occasionally they do give me a bit of hell, and you just work with that. So yeah, roughly a day, but not in one go. If it's done in one go, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't be doing the show. And you got to remember, I've got to do another show as well called Shouts, which Dan's also in. So
go fuck off for that as well.
Yeah. So yeah. It's it's why the top 10s often don't get done, because I've got 2 shows to produce, plus planning my own shows, plus I've got a life, like these guys have. So yeah, there's that question. Now, I believe we had a question. We got a question an hour ago from Djismie.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm not answering it.
All right, well, I'll answer it. Would you have given the British Bulldog the Drury title?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. At some point, I would have. You basically just answered that question.
No.
So have we got any more questions there?
No, that's a lot.
Right, in which case we'll just move on to our next... It's time for Shameless Plug! You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/totalmarkout, or you can follow us on Tumblr at totalmarkout.tumblr.com, where you can send all of your questions and suggestions and pictures and trolls and all that jazz. Send them all that way. We'll share what we like, we'll bin what we don't. And yeah, a good way of doing it. If you like watching all of your episodes in bite-sized chunks, so like basically every episode is split into smaller files, then go to blip.tv/totalmarkout.
It's weird that.
Yeah, there's no booing. Feels good.
Wonder what sort of dickhead would do with that.
Anyway, but if you prefer all your episodes in one long video for each episode, check out youtube.com/The Wandering Angel. I'm assuming you're probably watching there already. Anyway, follow us on Twitter at Geek King. That is G33K_KNG. That is G3 K_KNG. Follow myself at Steve Jones 313. That is STEVJONES 313. That's Steve Jones 313. And you can follow Erik Van Djismie, if you will, and this would be the point where he begs you. I'm not going to do that. At Erik Van Djismie, ERIKVANDJAISMIE.
I think someone in Spain right now is going, follow me.
Yeah. Follow me. Yes, follow us all on Twitter. Talk to us. We're happy to talk to anybody. Send us your questions via Twitter if you like. Send us any suggestions for You Gotta Watch. Obviously, any news articles you've heard, any pictures you like, and again, anything we like, we'll share on our Tumblr page. Our next episode will be broadcasted, ladies and gentlemen, let me just get my calendar up, on September 29th. That'll be episode 26, where Erik Van Djismie, in theory, will return to the show. We'll find out, the answers to some of the questions that were posed to him. We'll also find out how the World 2 promotion got on. He actually fell for it.
Good eye.
Yeah, but that's different. You just didn't read the email.
Yeah, that's true.
But yes, we'll be back on September 29th, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for tuning in. And remember, as always, for all your real wrestling needs, if you want to get all your recaps, to get your wrestling news, and to just hear three guys marking out, tune in this show. Have a laugh. Recommend us. Review us. Like us.
Here on.
Whoa. That's a point. Should I do it?
We don't have to do a hashtag.
Yeah, but it's the name of the show.
I didn't want to name that.
Should we do the hashtag?
Well, maybe somewhere he's doing it right now.
What if, for 1 week only, we're just known as Total Markout?
What is the hashtag is just implied?
Alright, so we'll just do a silence for the hashtag. Alright, so...
Here on...
Total
Markout!
That sounded pretty nice.
High five!